Hello and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. And this one I'm going to be showing my new Panhard and drag link and tie rod straight axle setup. Um Normally I have an old video of this style, and normally you would have three or four links coming from the axle to the chassis, but it needs too many bearings to do that, so I left it out and just did the front. So as you can see, tons of bearings, but let's bring this back up. Oops, there we go. Yeah, so what happens is these bearings drop the springs down by one block, and then these bring the Panhard and drag link up by one block, and that gives it the ride height that I like. And then the only thing steering the wheels is this bearing here, as you can see, the only green one. And so this controller is for the springs. This drops it down 2 blocks. And then this one is for these. This one drops the Panhard by half block. And this drops the steering, lifts the steering by half, and this lifts the Panhard by half. I thought it was 1, but it's only half. But let's take it off the lift and watch it. So keep an eye on right here when I take it off the lift. You can see how they're up a little bit. I'm actually going to bring them up a little bit more really quick. No, that should be fine actually. Whatever. Anyways, so if I go like this, you can see it works. And then stand off to the side a little bit, and you can see that the wheel becomes offset with the fender. And that is because the Panhard pulls the axle side to side. Because where I live, I'm not sure about other places, but where I live, to have normal insurance on your vehicle, the steering has to be physically, mechanically attached to the wheels. So you can't have like a hydraulic pump and then a hydraulic piston on it. You can, but it can only be as assist. You still have to have your steering box with your drag link and a tie rod. So what the Panhard bar does is it makes the axle move side to side. It stops it from going side to side, but it also makes it move side to side at the same rate as the drag link. So that way you don't get bump steer. And what bump steer is, as you're going over bumps, your steering will go left and right. You can look it up on Google or YouTube or something, but just making sure there's no blocks on the back still. So this is how the steering works. I need to change these out for a different piece, just the elbow instead of the T's. But yeah. And then here again you can see how it goes to the side. you can see at full drop it has a tiny bit of bump steer. How it's turning left. I mean right. But other than that, this design's much better than my one. And right now I'm running the game on max settings. I'll show right now. So this is all max. And then the max resolution I can go for just one of my monitors. Oops. And then I'm also compressing a bunch of things with WinRAR, and I've got YouTube open. So I've got quite a bit going on, and this isn't lagging. Like, can I yeah. So 15, 17 FPS, 18. It's definitely playable. And like I said, there's a bunch of other stuff going on too. But I like my super realistic suspension designs. And I think if we had like ball joints or heim joints in this game, it could be a lot better. But so far this is as good as it gets, I guess. As for street legal where I live. But it's still just as good at off-roading. If anything, it seems a little bit better at off-roading. Come on. I need to work on the physics a little bit. Bump up the power. There we go. Here's a perfect example of bump steer. I'm not changing it myself. It's doing it on its own. I'll actually use the lift really quick to show. Put it back on the flatter ground. So you can see it's turning left, and the more I go, the more it turns left. And then if I take out that, then it drops back down. They go straight. Now that, I'm not sure how to fix. And then if I go this way, the wheels will turn right. Yeah. So this I'm not sure how to fix, but I'll keep working on it to try and fix it. But yeah, that is my new my new Panhard setup.